Today, we gather here to formally hand over the 72 tractors and 2 of 10 combine harvesters availed by the President, His Excellency Dr. Edi Mnangagwa, to accelerate the transformation of the agricultural space. With 72 tractors, you can till on average, we say 1 horsepower per 1 hectare. So 72 are able to do 7,700 hectares. So it's an additional area that we want tilled for agriculture starting this winter and more importantly going into summer. President, His Excellency Dr. Edi Mnangagwa ceremoniously handed over 2 tractors to the youth when he launched the youth empowerment. So today we are fulfilling his wish as directed to hand over the 72 tractors to the 72 districts through Empower Bank so that they can begin to till the 7,700 hectares earmarked for this cluster. Additionally, we also handed over 2 combine harvesters of the 10 combine harvesters that will be allocated for this program. The 10 are matched with the area to be harvested. Our expectation is that agriculture is a business. These tractors will enable the 77,000 metric tons of grain to be produced annually, valued at over 26 million. So youth must begin to be excited that they've been given dedicated enablers in the name of the mechanization. But just also to add that the $10 million irrigation support promised by the President will now be available through AFC. So we'll complement the mechanization to accelerate the modernization of agriculture so that youth become economic participants and we can bequeath the future, our youth, so that we leave them with the legacy of...
My task today is to receive these farming equipments from His Excellency the President, Comrade Dr. Edi Mnangagwa. So today it is my day to just celebrate. I'm not going to talk a lot. I just want to acknowledge and Comrade Masuka, like you said earlier on, that we need to really appreciate what our President is doing for the youth.
As we are all aware that a few weeks ago, His Excellency launched a youth scheme, empowerment scheme, whereby he donated tractors to the youth. So today we are receiving the tractors from the Ministry of Agriculture. So we've received the 72 tractors and the combined harvesters. As you can see, there's 2 today and the other ones are on their way coming. And also we've also received 2 drilling rigs which are going to the 10 provinces of our nation. But nevertheless, I want to thank His Excellency for this initiative. And at the same time, I want to put emphasis amongst the youth that these tractors are not for mining purposes. They are for agriculture. We need to increase our agricultural production. So His Excellency has given us these tractors and the other implements are also on their way. So we really appreciate, as the recipient and also a youth representative, I'm there to make sure that every tractor goes to the rightful receivers. And at the same time, these tractors are not for any other uses. I repeat, they are not for any other uses. We are going to give to the young people that are in agriculture and that are performing for the purposes of accountability, monitoring and evaluation.
It is both an honor and privilege to stand before you today on this momentous occasion, the handover of 72 tractors and 2 combine harvesters to the Youth Bank and the youth of our nation, valued at an impressive $3.7 million United States dollars.
Siyathabanga namhlanje siharare ukuzoreceive ama-tractors esawathenjiswa ngumongameli wethu President Edi Mnangagwa. Silontsha i-youth empowerment launch eHarare about 2 weeks ago. And lokhu sitshengisela thina njengabatsha ukuthi yonke into esitshela ngumongameli iyafinyelela. And thina njengabatsha sinanzelela ukuthi umongameli ethatha umbuso from 2017 esithi he's a listening president. His doors are always open. This empowerment will go a long way to us as Matebeleland Province Babe should benefit the tractor, Mango will benefit the tractor, and also the province will benefit also a combined harvester. There are a lot of things that the president promised us, and this is the first delivery. And you now know as was one into zonke sithenjiswe umongameli siyafinyelela kithi esabelweni semathebeleni sakho, and his excellency is leaving no one and no place behind. And as a Mathebeleni South provincial chairperson, I'm very much happy to receive this for the benefit of young people in Mathebeleni South province. And I would like to say thank you to our president, Dr. Mnangagwa, for this gesture. And also obviously there are other mining equipments coming up as he promised us. And also today the minister talked about the 10 million facility for the youth in agriculture through AFC and also through Empower Bank.
Firstly, we want to thank His Excellency, the President, Dr. Mnangagwa, for this deliverable that we can see here today. It's one thing to talk about youth empowerment policy, it's another when we see deliverables like this that are unprecedented in the history of Zimbabwe. It is great for our young people, especially from my province, as Manicaland, because it means to say there's no place or no one that's going to be left behind. The instruction we were given was that tractors are going to be distributed accordingly and evenly amongst the administrative districts. This means to say the young people who had interest in farming, who were farming in their small pieces of land, who had no implements to be able to up their yield in production, will have that access for the first time. And what's more is the fact that to buy a tractor, we understand, especially depending on the size, ranges around $25,000 to $30,000. But because of the president's input and saying that 50% of the deposit will be covered by he himself, that just shows the president's vision and will for the young people to up their game in terms of productivity.